On tonight's episode of Open Road with Doug McConnell and friends, we'll feel the joy of connecting with nature and new friends on a peninsula trail. A rare and charming species is discovered high atop a Bay Area peak, and a commentary by our very own Doug McConnell on Parks for All. A generation ago, the public recognized the beauty, wildness, and spaciousness of the San Francisco Peninsula and created Mid-Peninsula Regional Park District to protect it.
Everything that was done 50 years ago was all done in this kind of greater vision of preserving all of these spaces that now everyone can come and recreate and enjoy.
And come they have, for fresh air, solitude, and friendship.
Nature has been so healing for us, and it's just been so grounding for us, and we love the community aspect.
For me, it was about connection and healing and really understanding our outdoors more because I loved it so much. It brings me joy.
The joy of a mountain stream, a majestic oak tree, the scent of spring, all pieces of the natural legacy we share.
These Santa Cruz mountains, there's so much beauty just along this range, and a lot of them are within the Midpen Preserve. So if they weren't here, we wouldn't be able to explore them.
These public lands are here for us, the public. But for many folks, just getting out here to soak up all this goodness can be really challenging. So Midpen is working with a host of partners to help more of us get outside so we can all enjoy the many gifts of these natural open spaces.
Start with your stretch and then you can share.
On a sunny March morning at Midpen's Skyline Ridge Preserve, enthusiastic visitors warm up for a group hike.
My name is Aurora. I work for Latino Outdoors here in the Bay Area. Thank you all for coming out here for our spring hike.
Today we're joining Aurora and the others to look for signs of spring and to literally get a taste of this Latino Outdoors experience.
I think most people that are coming out today, they want to be out in nature. They want to breathe in the fresh air. They want to hear the sounds of the birds. This is our kickoff to spring, right? And so people want to come and experience that with community. So people want to come out not only to hike, but to be around people that they know that they can talk to in Spanish if they want to. They can share that they know that they might have shared similar backgrounds in and start building friendships as well.
So Aurora, how far is this walk we're going on?
We're gonna be hiking around 3 miles, a good portion of the whole preserve actually.
Oh wow. We're heading up the Ipua Trail, part of a branching network of trails that stitch together many Midpen preserves along the spine of the peninsula.
In the Bay Area, we're so lucky that there's so many preserves and parks and trails to go explore, and so many so close to us that people might not be aware of.
This hike, and others like it, are helping people become more familiar and more comfortable with their public lands.
It's a little muddy here. ¿Cómo estamos? Are we all doing okay? Yeah? Look, we're not even that far in, and look at the views behind us already. People that come out to our outings sometimes are super surprised that these spaces even exist, that they're here. They're like, wow, I didn't know that was so close to my home. And that's what I love about introducing people to these spaces, is that they can come back. They can come back and explore, bring their own family. ¿Pero están listos? ¿Han tomado agua? ¿Están bien? Okay, vamos a continuar. Let's keep on going.
It's just days after the vernal equinox, and already we're seeing wildflowers lining the trail.
Once you make it to this stop, there's cool mushrooms, so take a peek. But I also wanted to point out that there is poison oak on this side of the trail. So it's a really cool plant, not so fun if you touch it, but it does have really cool uses for animals and people too.
This is the first of several Latino Outdoors events on Midpen lands this year, an organization that began in Berkeley and now has chapters across the nation.
Our ultimate goal is just to connect people to people, people to places, people to process. Like, how do we even get out here? What do I need to get out here? And ultimately that leads to connecting people to policy. You get people excited about a space. You start nurturing that love and appreciation, and they start caring about these spaces, and they want to know how they can protect them.
Ascending the trail, we weave through sunlit-filled woodlands and up to an open ridgeline, where the steep climb is rewarded with sweeping views of the Santa Cruz Mountains, a surprisingly wild and rugged range.
This is your first hike? What do you think?
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
We've been members for the past 4 years, so we come to as many events as we can. It's a really special organization and holds a deep place in our heart.
We just met today and we're already connecting.
I've been looking for spaces that empower community, that empower folks that are marginalized, and I feel safe here, so I wanted to come out here again and just be in community.
It's mugwort.
Partnering with these community-based organizations like Latino Outdoors and others has really helped us to get this grassroots level of working with people already in these communities, helping their constituents feel safe and supported, and we're just lucky to be a part of that experience.
Midpen's partnership program, launched a decade ago with Latino Outdoors, has expanded to include many organizations, bringing people of diverse backgrounds and abilities to Midpen preserves, fostering deeper connections with these lands and each other.
We want everyone to feel like they're reflected within the preserves, that everyone, regardless of the language you speak or who you identify with, that you're welcome in the preserves, and that there is an organization maybe that we're partnering with that you can learn about and come out and enjoy Midpen preserves with and feel a part of that community.
Skyline Preserve has 2 really cool lakes. We're at one here at Horseshoe Lake, and this is a really cool spot for birding. Last time we were out here, we hosted a birding event literally just around this Horseshoe Lake, and we spent the whole 2 hours just like standing and observing. After our outings, I know people are feeling more connected to nature. Once they're feeling more connected, they care about the space. They kind of take a little bit more ownership over it. They want to protect it. They want to keep it clean so that they can come back and visit it in a year, 2 years, 3 years, and so many years from now.
We leave the quiet refuge of mallards and coots and make our way back to the cars along an ADA trail hugging the lake. A gentle finish to an energizing walk and an amazing day.
Public lands, they're for everybody and everyone is welcome, and we want people to feel like they can come and enjoy themselves and feel at peace in nature and really appreciate this wonderful open space that we have around us here in the Bay Area.
Aurora, what an incredible walk that was. Thank you so much.
Of course,
Here we go. High
thank you. Now we eat.
Excellent. What do you have in store?
We're gonna have some chicken empanadas for everyone and some yummy snacks. So let's go have some snacks.
Woo, let's do it.
We're so busy with work and stuff and other things, and so this is just to remind us that we're all interconnected and that we need to come out and walk in nature.
If I did it on my own, the views are amazing. It's beautiful being out here. You still get the sun and all those benefits of hiking outdoors or enjoying the outdoors, but being with community, it feels like a big old family when you're out here. And then you also get a nice little snack like an empanada at the very end. And so you go very fulfilled after the event. Your love cup is like full and it's brimming, at least for me, it is. And you're always looking forward to come back.
When we come back, asphalt schoolyards are turned into community parks. A rare and charming species is discovered atop a Bay Area peak. And Doug McConnell on Parks for All.
OpenRoad is made possible by the generous support of our underwriters, dedicated to protecting our natural and historical treasures in the Bay Area and beyond. Additional support is provided by these institutions, also caring for our special environmental and cultural legacies and making them accessible to each and every one of us, now and for all time.
high atop Mount Umunum, in Midpen's Sierra Azul Open Space Preserve, a team of biologists are searching for the charming but elusive Santa Cruz kangaroo rat.
Okay, 6-4A looks empty, but 6-4B is closed, so we're gonna check it. We can feel somebody in there. Yep, there's a kangaroo rat.
These cute critters with a funny name are actually a keystone species, helping maintain balance in the chaparral habitat, but their very presence here was shrouded in mystery.
We did not know that Santa Cruz kangaroo rats were up here until 2019. So this is a very recent discovery for us.
Kangaroo rats are just one of many species, like purple martin, mountain lion, and bobcat, that make their home here, and like the very mountain itself, are making a comeback.
There's a lot of things that make Sierra Azul a unique preserve, but number one is it's just sheer size. It's massive, not only in acreage, but in elevation.
At 3,400 feet tall, Mount Umunum defines the Sierra Azul skyline. It's a local landmark that can be seen from miles around. But up close, in the folds of its protected valleys, and on the exposed ridgelines with breathtaking views, the mountain's secrets are slowly being revealed.
As a space, it's very inspiring and it's extremely significant, and I'm really pleased to be working with a unique species as well that we find out here.
Local photographer and ecologist Ken Hickman has been helping Midpen document the diversity of wildlife that finds sanctuary on these protected lands. His photos capture moments of curiosity, play, and rest. With a permit from Midpen and a background in engineering, Ken designed and built custom wildlife cameras and placed them strategically in the preserve. His photos reveal species both familiar and rare, like the Santa Cruz kangaroo rat, whose presence in the area had been noted long ago, but hadn't been seen in the area in over 75 years.
It wasn't an instant success story. It took a lot of work, a lot of diligence to find them. But yeah, when he finally did and we saw those photos, we were awestruck. And we were so excited to have an opportunity to help this species out and to just know that we had them on our lands.
Santa Cruz kangaroo rats are an endemic species found only in the Santa Cruz Mountains. They're actually not rats. They're more closely related to chipmunks. Their seed caches help manzanitas continue to thrive, and their burrows provide shelter for toads, snakes, and other animals. They're a keystone species, and Ken's photos provided proof that they're still here.
Here at Midpen, we take that kind of thing very seriously. Obviously, we got very excited about it, but the first question for us was, where are they? How do we document where they are on the landscape? And then, is there anything we need to do management-wise to change our practices to make sure that they stay on the landscape?
To answer those questions, and many others, Midpen partnered with biologists from the University of California, Santa Cruz to study this newfound population.
Got 2, 3, empty. Today we deployed about 200 Sherman traps. They're metal steel traps that we use to catch small mammals. These ones are kangaroo rat length for the comfort and safety of the animal. We go ahead and bait them at about sunset, and then we check them at sunrise before it gets too hot.
The traps allow researchers to briefly capture this hard-to-find species and collect valuable data.
We're taking veg data, we're taking morphometrics, so their body length, ear length, tail length, everything like that.
This study is helping paint a picture of the whole environment, from the type of plants that kangaroo rats prefer, to the other species that live here too.
We have a pinyon mouse. This is Paramiscus trii. It's hard to tell, but when you're mice people like we are and we stare at mice all day, you can really tell.
The team catches a variety of mice and other small mammals, noting their presence and releasing them back into the wild to go about their lives.
So we have here a San Francisco dusky-footed wood rat, which is actually a species of special concern here in California. It's also kind of an interesting sign here in this K-rat habitat to find a wood rat because, as the name implies, wood rats tend to be in more forested areas. So it's kind of a sign that this habitat is changing through time and becoming more forested and less open.
More pine trees and wood rats means less chaparral habitat, the open environment Santa Cruz kangaroo rats depend on.
If you don't have regular fire intervals in places like this, the chaparral eventually does go away and it closes up. So in the absence of those fire regimes, we need to think about other potential strategies for keeping this area open.
After 3 days of trapping, they only found 4 individuals. A reminder of just how rare Santa Cruz kangaroo rats are, and how important this research is for understanding and ultimately protecting them.
It is a little disheartening because we are concerned about the population here and if they are thriving, if they are succeeding. And so getting little indicators like that might tell us that they're not doing as great, and that makes us feel much more urgent that we need to push things forward. These kangaroo rats need help now. And we can do that. We can help them.
When we come back, Doug McConnell's commentary on Parks for All.
Over the past century and more, the people of the Bay Area have supported the creation of more protected public land than any major metropolitan region in the nation. We have cherished these parks and open spaces of ours and done our best to steward them wisely so nature nearby can flourish. And so can we, our communities, and future generations. Well, thankfully and appropriately, we've worked very hard to make sure our commitment to Parks for All truly does mean absolutely everybody, including people like me who face physical challenges of many kinds. As a result, many millions of us take advantage of this grand and inspiring heritage of ours every year, while we also recognize we have more work to do to preserve, protect, and restore more vulnerable lands and water, and create even more opportunities for more of us to enjoy them in the years ahead. As a native Californian, I am immensely proud of this living legacy to give genuine meaning to the values of diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. From the bottom of my heart, Bay Area, thank you very much.
To view this show and past shows, go to NBCBayArea.com/OpenRoad